Hey guys, welcome back to A Homemade Homestead. My name's Jesse, if you don't know me yet. We are kind of on a winter cleaning, winter prepping kick this week. If you've watched some of our previous videos, we just barely got a whole mess of crap cleaned out of our backyard, a whole bunch of stuff tucked away for the winter like we've been wanting to do. That's my 2-year-old. Today, my job is going to be cleaning out the dryer vent. Any of you have never cleaned out a dryer vent before, this is not going to be an instructional video. Honestly, this is just going to be my second time having ever done this before. We did it once a year ago, so I'm not going to be walking you through like a step-by-step how-to. I'm not exactly qualified or like an expert in doing this right now, so that's not what this is going to be. But if you want to come along with me and see how we do it, you can watch me make mistakes or figure things out as I go. And the best way to get something done is just to get started. So there's going to be 2 parts to this: the inside job and then the outdoor job. For me, I think the more difficult part is going to be getting the inside part done. So I'm going to try to get that bigger mess done first. Get this moved out and out of the way. First things first, I think I need to detach this vent tube from both the pipe where it goes up and also the back of the dryer. There's just a regular zip tie right there, so I've got some wire cutters, and I think that one will take a different tool, but the hard part's going to be getting back there. It looks like a tight fit. Okay. Oy. Might have to come up with a new system for getting back here eventually, or maybe we'll have our washer and dryer in a different place before I get a little bit older and not so spry. Yeah, it's a tight squeeze. Oh crud, and I got back here with the wrong tool. Well, at least I got wire cutters. I can clip the zip tie. It looks like a hex head nut driver. Hi.
Hi.
Our middle child is at that age where they just want to help with everything, huh? Yeah. Okay, so I don't have a hex head nut driver. One of the many tools that I would like to eventually get. But until then, it's a socket wrench. Just have to find the size that I need. I think that's the right size. There we go. Let's see if I can get it. There's really not much space to work with. Let's try needle nose. Alright, you know what? I've tried to get a bunch of different tools around this, and I'm not able to get a decent bite on it because it's just right up against the back of this thing. But it's always good to have a second point of view on things. Rach was seeing me obviously struggling. She pointed out, do I even really necessarily need to get this thing off the back of the dryer? I don't think so. I'm reaching up in here just against the back end. That was easy enough to clip the zip tie, so I can get in one end. And I'm just sticking my hand up in here. If you've got smaller hands or arms like I do, it's a little bit easier, but I'm able to just grab out what little bits there is. This isn't where the majority of the lint is built up anyway. You can see just little tiny bits, nothing really major. Nothing that can block the airflow, certainly. And that's pretty much it. Yeah. Nothing major. Thanks for the tip, love. Maybe get a shop vac up there and just suck out what little bits there are. Alright, well, that was easy enough to clean out that part. Didn't need any disconnecting from the back of the machine or anything like that. What? I'll have to remember that. Maybe next year when it comes time to do this again, I can rewatch this video in case I don't remember. You don't need to remove it from the back of the dryer.
What?
See what I mean? I'm still learning. I'm still learning. Alright, time to get this hooked back up. clean up the tiny little bit of lint that we got from this. Not really much of anything. Ooh, this one may be long enough. Maybe this one will be long enough. Actually, before I reconnect this, silly me, we need some place for the lint to go from up top. I don't want to go and just right back up into this tube that I just cleaned out. So, not going to connect that yet. Silly. Alright, we'll have these zip ties ready here for when we are ready to put the hose back on. There's that little bit of a pain. I guess we're going to have to finish up with the getting back here after all, but hopefully it'll be easy enough to get this reattached. Let's go up to the roof and show you how that works. Yeah, you heard me correctly. Out the roof. We've got kind of a unique situation for our dryer vent. Traditionally, you know, a dryer vent goes just horizontally straight out the wall, and the vent, it vents out the side here. Ours doesn't do that. It goes into the wall and then straight up into the roof. So it makes for a little bit more of a pain to clean out up there. But as I recall, last time I did this, once I got all done with it, I was thinking to myself, man, that was so much simpler than I made it. But again, that's been a year ago, and I didn't take footage of it to learn from, or to watch it and study my mistakes. So I think I'm gonna have to relearn them again a little bit, but that's the name of this video. Need to find a good way to get up the roof. A little bit safer way. All right, so this is where the air comes out. And you can see, so far I've just been kind of reaching in there a little bit, pulling out little bits that my hands can get to, like that. I'm just gonna toss them over the edge. We'll find them easily enough once we get down there. Got a little flap here. Looks like all I need for this job is a simple Phillips head. Try to get that off right here. I've done this few enough times, I'm just kind of learning as I go. I've got a rough idea of what I want to do, but it's very rough. So it looks like this thing attaches to the top of the vent right here. It sits down, and this thing is supposed to just close shut. When the clothes dryer kicks on, then this thing is supposed to lift up, allowing the air out, and then when it shuts off, that thing's supposed to snap shut again, which would, you know, close off the dryer vent from any air coming in from the outside. Looks like I bent this thing just a little bit, but this thing is at enough of an angle. I'm not too worried about it. I'm just gonna get some lint cleaned off of here. Okay, just little bits and pieces so far. Not really much of anything. Gonna leave that off for a second though. Alright, now for the little bit more important part of this whole thing, the scrubby. This is apparently what a dryer vent scrubby looks like, and as I'm going through all this, I think I recall how I bent this thing. First time doing it, I didn't realize you could take this thing out. It was sitting in the air vent just like this, and I was trying to like push up, keep the air vent up and open just enough while still inside here, so I couldn't open it all the way. I could only open it so far, and I was trying to fit the scrubby down inside the vent, and I kept trying, but it was up in this little area, right? So it could only go up maybe that far, and I just kept trying to shove it in, shove it in, shove it in. Eventually, it just bent that flap. And then I realized after the fact, too late, that I could have just taken that out. That flap door would be out of my way and I wouldn't have to mess with it. But always a learning curve. It's very similar to a chimney sweep, actually, but it's just a little bit on a smaller scale. These things were really nice. As you can tell, we got them from Amazon. We're big Amazon fans. Seems like it's our go-to for a lot of tools. These were really nice. They came with these just little rubber caps to cover the ends that you screw together. Gonna get these off here. I'm not sure how many of these lengths I'll need, but given our experience with our chimney, I'm going to assume that we need all of them. All right. There's the last length of the rod. And my brush just went ahead and took a tumble down off the roof. So I'm gonna go get that real quickly. So as I was down there getting the brush that fell off the roof, I remembered the last time we did this, the one end of the wand, the opposite end of where the brush goes on, the other end screws into a drill. So as you drill in and out, that's gonna spin that scrub brush inside the vent, and it's gonna catch all of that lint along the way and just sort of like corkscrew it and help it move down and out, and it's where we can get a hold of it and throw it away. Just gonna tighten it on here right quickly. See that? I'm gonna be doing that while I'm feeding it all up along, or all down the pipe. And then Rach is gonna be on the other side letting me know when it comes through. I think what I'm gonna have to do is add lengths as I go, just like it was when cleaning the chimney. Like that. It's a little bit of a pain, actually, but hopefully I won't have to use all the lengths. How am I looking, babe? Am I through yet?
No, not yet.
All right, got a few more lengths left.
Okay, you're through. Okay, try again. You're gonna want to feed it through again. A little more. Okay, you're good. Pull it back.
And that's basically as difficult and as complex as it gets. I just need to reattach this trap right here with the screwdriver. I got all my other tools put away, and it was actually starting to sprinkle, and then it stopped, and hopefully now it'll come back a little bit. It looks like it might, so that'd be a good thing. But yeah, I did have to end up putting each one of the lengths down the vent one piece at a time. It was a little bit of a pain to get them back out because I was having to take each piece off as I went, because I'm right here. I'm right here on the edge of our roof is where our vent is. So I was kind of stuck right here. I couldn't back the whole length of the brush out because I would have just walked myself right off the roof. So I was having to take it apart one piece at a time, which was kind of a pain, but it was doable. So I'm gonna get this thing reattached right quickly, and I'll see you back inside. Almost finished. I think I need to get a vacuum back there and clean all that crap out. Wow, that's a lot. Rachel was telling me it was just been about 8 months since we got this dryer in, and that's the stuff it's accumulated. I don't know, is that normal? Ah well, let's get it cleaned up. Okay, now we finally get to reattach that piece of pipe. Tube, pipe, I don't know. What's it called? Anybody who knows? Ventilation. It's been a second since we've done HVAC and stuff like that. That does it. That wasn't so tough. You know, hopefully the more you do this, the easier it gets, right? Guys, if you're not wanting to spend the extra money on having a HVAC guy or some professional come out and clean your dryer vents, it's a cheap piece of equipment that you can buy on Amazon. And if you want to impress your wife, this is a good honeydew to get done off your list. Or anybody, if you're feeling a little bit extra handy. If I can do it, you sure can. It's just a matter of figuring out what works for you and how you can make it easier yourself. And that's, hi bud. And that's just the kind of thing that comes with doing it over and over. But we're going to finish cleaning up down here and then get this dryer pushed back. Thanks for joining me and coming along and watching my struggles and the hassle that it can be. It can be a hassle, but you can get through it and it saves money. So if you found this video entertaining or informative or educational at all, don't forget to give our video a thumbs up, and it was really great to have you. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, we sure encourage you to do that and share us with your friends on social media. But we look forward to seeing you guys, all you guys, in the next video, and we hope you guys have a good one. Take it easy.